Welcome back. I am Susanna May O'Hagan, and today we will be talking about Vampirina Teenage Vampire. Okay, Vampirina Teenage Vampire is an American musical comedy television series developed by R. Barnes and inspired by Disney Junior series Vampirina, which is based on the Vampirina Ballerina series of books by Anne Marie Peace. Peace. It premiered on September 12th, 2025 on the Disney Channel. V. Huntley, a teenage girl, leaves Transylvania to attend a performing arts boarding school. While living amongst humans, she pursues her passion for music and keeps her Vampirina identity a secret to hide from the Van Helsing vampire hunters, which becomes a challenge when her overprotective father sends an overzealous ghost to accompany her at the school, and one of her classmates tries to hide his identity as a Van Helsing himself. We got Kenzie as V. Oh, I cannot pronounce your name. Giwon Lee as Sophie, V's kind and nervous roommate and best friend who is a DJ. Shaun as Eligah Van Helsing, and into a laid-back friend of V's who is secretly a Van Helsing. Milo as Demi, the 600-year-old overzealous ghost tasked with watching over V. Faith as Brittany, a super talented Lacey student at Willow Hall and V's enemy. On November 1st, Disney branded television gave a series order to a live action adaptation of Vampirina. The series. Okay, so let's just read this. V leaves Transylvania for boarding school to chase her musical dream. As she keeps her vampire identity a secret, unexpected obstacles threaten to return her to the shadows. It does not give you any other information. Okay. Tween vampire attends performing arts school, hiding her identity. Overprotective father assigns ghostly guardian to watch over her as she pursues her musical passion. The ultimate fangirl has arrived. Vampirina Teenage Vampire coming this fall to Disney Channel and Disney Plus. Turn idea into images with Chappie. Okay. The first couple seasons were cute for the animation series. Interesting how they bring it to this live action. Please let this not be a musical. Is this and Coven Academy related? My daughter's excited for this, but they are making us wait an extra month after it's on Disney Channel. They need to drop that immediately. I used to watch the animated show, so I got really excited when I found out this was coming out. Then I remembered my country doesn't have Disney Channel, so I have to wait for a month. Okay. First year to watch. V. Huntley is a teenage vampire with a passion for music. She dreams about performing at a concert in Los Angeles and revealing to the world that she is a vampire. And the crowd attacks her as she pleads, promising that she is a good vampire. V wakes up and her ghostly companion, Demi, helps her pack for boarding school. Her father, Boris, is hesitant about her leaving Transylvania for America due to humans, but he gives in because he wants his daughter to be happy. The next day, V files into her room. A flea flies into her room as a bat and quickly transforms into her human form before meeting her roommate Sophie. They startle each other, but they quickly bond over their shared love for pop star Millie Eyelash, which is, I think, a reference to Billie Eilish. Demi is in V's suitcase and they talk after Sophie leaves. He reveals that her father sent him there to protect V from Van Helsings, a family of vampire hunters. At the assembly, V sits with Sophie, and they also meet two other students sitting behind them, a stuck-up girl named Brittany and a nice guy named, I think his name is Elijah. At lunch, V and Sophie promise to always have each other's back. When Brittany and I'm gonna call him E come over to their table, V reveals that she and Sophie are going to perform a song at the first year showcase. Sophie is nervous since V didn't ask her before she told them that, but they work on the song together in the music room. Demi is concerned that Brittany might be a Van Helsing, and he argues about it with V as they both levitate in the air. Sophie walks in on them and screams after finding out that V is a vampire. Good job on keeping your secret for more than 5 seconds. Oh wait, you didn't. V tries to chase her down and apologizes for not telling Sophie her secret, which Brittany hears and threatens to find out what it is and take her down. She actually sings it. I've watched this a couple of times now because I wanted to do a whole podcast on it. So far, I'll give it maybe like, I don't know, 4 out of 5. It's cute. It's something my daughter would watch if she wasn't watching something else. I mean, it's a cute, like, more teenage show. It's musical though, so if you don't like music, don't bother. Okay, V hears Beethoven's Symphony Number 5 playing from behind a trophy case, which opens by itself and discovers that Storm is behind it. She catches him dancing and he freaks out. E has to keep his dancing a secret because his parents want him to study traditional vocal performance. But he's into hip hop. The two bond for a little bit, but V had to leave to find Sophie. She eventually finds her in the dorm room and apologizes for keeping her vampire identity a secret, but Sophie still feels betrayed. At the performance, Brittany's group finishes performing and V is up next. She performs alone and bangs out because she feels nervous without Sophie. Brittany makes fun of V and tells Sophie she can be a producer for her group, just as long as she remains backstage. Sophie realizes she doesn't want to keep being backstage and goes out to rekindle with V. They perform together and E joins in the performance and starts rapping. The three of them ultimately end up winning the performance. Demi tries to go home because he saw Brittany's initials on her ring and thought it was VH. But it ended up being WH, standing for Wilson Hall, since her whole family went to the school. Brittany tells V she did a good job, but she tells her not to get used to her kindness. E puts on a ring with the initials VH, revealing that he is a Van Helsing. Which is so funny if you think about it. First day of school, Fangs Out, Where I Belong, guest stars. Welcome to Wilson Hall. Welcome dance is in full swing and V and E want to ask each other out. V cannot control when she fangs out and E has super strength that destroys everything he touches. Meanwhile, Sophie is struggling to find her DJ identity until E calls her DJ PJ since she wore her PJs to the dance. Brittany tricks V into thinking that the theme is enchanted by the brand in which V shows up to the dance dressed in that theme and is humiliated when everyone laughs at her. She starts to fang out again, but she realizes that she still has a chance to be crowned princess at the dance. Vi and Brittany initiate a dance battle, which Brittany ultimately wins and gets crowned princess. Vi storms off and Brittany apologizes to her and tells her that E would love to dance with her. V and E dance together and notice how freakishly strong they are. She sees E's ring and notices the VH initials and realizes he is a Van Helsing. Realizing that V is a vampire when she fangs out right in front of him, they both run off in fear. Yeah, it gets pretty hectic really quick. It's kind of funny. And there's more, but I think I'll stop there for now. I hope you all enjoy. And I think give this a watch, see if you like it. If you have teenage kids who like music, they will like it. And it does give somewhat of like oh, this is from like the kids show, but not too like babyish for the older generation now. So it is interesting to see how much change, but not too much change it has. So it's interesting. Well, I hope you all enjoy and have a great and wonderful day. Bye for now.